True Believers! Are we recording? Are we going? Okay.
Every time, I'm sorry.
There we go. Hell
We're
yeah.
on Elite 8 show now. Like the show just ended. Time to go home.
Cha-ching, baby.
Unlike checking that my mic is on. Okay. I couldn't hear myself. Sorry, everybody. Welcome, True Believers, to another episode. Slowly becoming your weekly episode.
Yeah.
Of, wait, did I roll a wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol battle report. Of course, I am the Sasquatch of the Professional Casual Network. Chuck, both in alleged appearances over at the Power Phase at twitch.tv/professional casual.
And in how you sit at restaurants like Applebee's, where you squatch it up.
That's true. Also, in quantity of body hair. Well documented on TikTok.
You do have some sweet sweaters, bro.
Thank you.
It is true. Yeah. Yep.
And you can hear that I am joined once again by the CEO, Editor-in-Chief, Supreme Overlord, and Reptilian guy.
Yes.
Yes, I screwed that up,
I
but
have
that's all right.
No lips and very dry skin.
Yes. The Guardian of the Professional Casual Network, Tim, and we got rid of the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
At least for a week. We brought in the Dani two-time
Yeah.
undefeated Esquire, officially.
Actual, yes.
Yes, the Puck of the Professional Casual Network, if you will.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, of Alpha Flight, the dopest character.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yep.
Just think JB, but the quantity of my body hair.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In just a trunk singlet, and you just run it as like a ball at people, and you have a giant P on your chest.
Yep.
Sign me up. I'm there.
Yeah, I was
Pretty
gonna go Songbird, but I was like, nah, she's Puck for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Of course, we are the Professional Casual Network. We are here to talk about everything that is Marvel Crisis Protocol in a vlog, if you will.
Yeah.
A podcast vlog.
The old
Vlog.
P vlog.
Yes.
A vodcast.
We're putting P's with V's in logs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like my prom.
I like her so much better already.
Yeah. We probably won't have to pick all the cake out of her ass hair either, like we have to do with Dan when we finish recording. So,
He's got so much ass hair.
yeah.
It's
I like it.
terrifying, honestly. Before we get into all of the news and my, of course, hot question this week, let's talk about games played and hobby thoughts over at the twitch.tv/professional casual, where the Power Phase airs every Monday at 7 p.m. Go ahead and talk about it while I move my mic. Thank you.
So yeah, over at twitch.tv/professional casual network is where we played some games last Monday. Dan played a list that Wargaming Dad
Shout out to Wargaming Dad.
had talked about on a podcast. I forget the name of the other podcast, but
Can't remember.
it was a reversal list, a Counter-Strike list.
Mhm.
And I played Criminal Syndicate, which we hadn't played in a while. It's one of my favorite affiliations.
Mhm.
It went pretty well. Pretty even game, pretty much all the way up.
Yeah.
Dan ended up squeaking out right at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the first time that's ever happened? Well, no, because he beat me. So it's the second time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it went pretty well. The list didn't quite... I had different expectations for the reversal counter list than what actually happened, but there wasn't actually a lot of counters used. I don't know if any were used. But
I wonder what the Wargaming Dad thought of it. Like, I would love to know his reaction to how that went and like what he would have done differently or what he would have done the same.
yeah.
It would be interesting to pick his brain about that.
But we had played Extremist Councils.
Yep.
And Spider Infected.
Oh, okay.
And it,
Two solid choices.
Yeah.
For a counter list, to be honest.
yeah, for sure.
Makes sense. I thoroughly enjoy that Dan went in with a plan of I'm going to build a list that's based around like Counter-Strike against the one guy who never plays a strike list, an alpha strike list, which is you. You very rarely ever play that. And then you took...
I don't even know what an Alpha Strike list is.
It's where you I believe my understanding is you take heavy hitters that can move fast and get up the board, and you just turn one, try to do as much in your face attacks, damage, and control as possible.
Yeah.
Defenders are really good at that with portals, things of that nature. Asgard loves to get up in your face.
Yeah, 2 charges.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That sounds like a list I would play.
Yeah, it's actually super dope. I really hope with Angela now out, I think we're not going to see a lot of Asgard anytime soon, but I would really like to see Asgard get kind of flushed out a little bit.
Yeah.
To kind of mellow, because they have such high threat characters. I mean, granted, they're all gods, right? So they got to be high threat,
yeah.
but they have two 5s, a 4, and a 3, and a 4. I always forget about Hela. So
and Angela's an absolute beast.
yeah,
Absolute beast.
She's a meat grinder.
All over the board at all times. You literally can't plan for her because she could be at the other side of the board murking somebody else at any moment.
Yeah.
Right. Which is absolutely terrifying. I got nothing accomplished as per usual.
Oh.
I didn't play any games. I thought about it. I thought about you guys playing on Monday at 7 p.m. over at twitch.tv/professional casual network. Stopped in for a minute, said hello, dropped a
Gifted a sub.
Yeah, gifted a sub. And
Yeah.
then remembered that I have to go about my business at my normal life, which was my job.
I think we need to kidnap him one day.
Yeah, for sure.
I fully support that, but there's a good chance that undercooked chicken tenders would be served and the place would burn down.
Oh,
So-
they're just called medium rare. It's fine.
Right.
Now, according to the health department, of course, if you would like to help support this show, head over to patreon.com/professional casual
Network.
for as little. No.
Yep. You're right.
Yep.
JK.
It's the only plug I can remember.
I was
off the
testing
top.
you. That's
Yeah.
all that was.
Patreon.com/professional casual. For as little as $1, you can get access to our hot Discord. Hottest Discord.
I can't keep up. Honestly.
And, yeah, it's insane. Great group of people over there, and we want more people talking about Marvel Crisis Protocol to try
Yeah,
to
we
get
do.
them
Yeah, for sure.
kind of in. Of course.
You can also check out the drive-through RPG link in the description, or pick up some of the models from Amazon, also in the description below.
That's true. I was getting there.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was going to pull the news talk radio and drop them in periodically,
Oh.
but no, let's just get all the plugs out of the way.
I didn't
we?
think I had told you about those, so I didn't assume that they were on your list because
I was just going to start screaming stuff like I normally do and then make it canon so you would have to do it. That's usually what happens on other
Just, you know,
shows.
Yeah.
Dump it, get it done at the top, and then snuggle afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Let's talk about the most critical news of the week, of course. That is that Q2 delays in the USA.
Ugh.
Meaning we're not going to get Cable, Domino, Deadpool, Hydra Bob, at least that many so far. We're also assuming Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Sinister. We're probably going to, I would think, probably be the next week or the next month, depending on how they were going to fall.
Yeah.
They got postponed till April. I
I think May, right?
Was it May? It went from
May.
April to May?
Yeah.
Okay. But just for the United States, from my understanding. From what I read, it was just the US. Everyone in Europe was still going to get it at the normal release time, which means, of course, we're going to see skyrocketing prices on flippers.
Yep.
Legitimately, wait. It's not worth it. Especially since most of us can't actually play anyway.
Right.
There's absolutely no reason to be paying flipper prices, which are going to
for real.
absolutely destroy the collecting, especially when they start dropping. If they start dropping like Legion has with those special edition models, and we start getting like special edition Marvel Crisis Protocol models, it's gonna make flipping all that much worse.
Oh yeah.
So if we can nip it in the bud early, that'd be great. But
Every gaming community only benefits from scalping, you know?
yeah, it's true. There's never been a community that's completely fallen apart from it.
Yeah.
at all.
Correct.
So, so normally if Dan was here, he'd be super bummed out about it
Right.
because Dan, as we all know, is filthy rich. But Tim and I actually are okay with it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm actually, I got a lot of wallet heat from the Inhumans still anyway.
Okay.
And I'm recovering from that.
Right.
So I'm kind of okay with it. Plus,
same.
I don't really want to know how much Deadpool and Hydra Bob are going to cost because there is that chimichanga truck in it. So I assume that's probably going to be high.
Probably.
Yeah. Combine that with at least one, if not two more boxes that were going to come out that wave.
Luke Cage and Iron Fist too.
Luke Cage, Iron Fist. That's who.
I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah. So even more so, I'm kind of okay with the delay. I just hope they still space it out. I hope they just don't
drop 10 models in a single month.
Right? That would be devastating.
That would
you're
really
talking $200-$300.
Yeah.
Right.
And as I found out from the internet, shout out to the internet.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Nobody would be insane to think that Atomic Mass Games would release a Ultimate Encounters only Galactus kit. I got in a fun little argument over on Instagram about it. Shout out to that guy. You're dumb. Anyway.
Wow.
That guy.
But let's talk about the other news that kind of got released during the Atomic Mass Game stream over at their Twitch. It was revealed that Cable is a Threat 5.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy. I thought he was going to be a 6. I was dead sure that he was going to be a 6.
Okay.
The reason being that the panel to play for him was so ridiculously, it sounded so good. There was no way.
Yeah.
Especially since he's an Omega level threat character, right? In the comics.
I believe he's an Omega level man, yeah.
Yeah. I figured he would be a 6, just
unless
like
he's
Thanos.
Not, which once would be a joke. That was a joke.
Right. If not, otherwise you're always right.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. But it sounds like he's going to have some type of defect powers.
So this is what I talked about a little bit last week, where he seemed a little front-loaded.
Yes.
And that I would absolutely see on the injured side him either losing the majority of those powers or having them change drastically as he loses control of the techno-organic virus.
Right. Which I think is kind of interesting if that's the case. Very thematic. Of course, what was also really cool is the cloak is optional.
Oh.
Which Dan was very excited about.
Yes.
You could have a gun on your back.
You could have a bigger gun than what he had in his hand, which was actually super. I hope that the gun in his hand is also a separate piece to what was on his back, so you could actually interchange them.
Yes, because if you cannot have a cloak in your hand, but you can only have it on the back, I'm going to be upset.
100%.
I would like gun on back, cloak in hand.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. You gotta
like a matador.
Yes,
a mad mutant matador.
Ooh,
like a swashbuckler.
Yes,
flinging your cloak at people.
Ooh, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
that's what your model's getting is. Regardless, that's what you're getting now. 100%
is what.
You're going to get the Matador Cable for sure.
Ah, shit.
I'm not doing it to my model, did to him. They also revealed that there is about 147 extra pouches that you get to glue onto him. Which I was...
So many pouches.
It was funny because like the model that was showcased was Will's model.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I was like, wow, that's actually... Like, there's a good amount going on. He goes, there's a bunch of extra pouches. I didn't feel like they were necessary to put on mine, but you guys can of course add yours.
They're all made out of Shuri's tiger gauntlets as well.
They're actually, it's 3 pieces, just the side and the front, and you just got to glue it all together. Yeah.
The button is a separate piece on a separate sprue.
100%.
So
I am terrified at how many pouches there will be. You're also going to get my pouches. So enjoy that.
All right.
Pouch on pouch.
That was pretty much all that was talked about on the stream from what I had watched. I didn't see any immediate screen grabs and posts anywhere in the Facebook. So I'm going to assume that was Will actually behaving for once and not dropping a bunch of info on people. But let's talk about the big reveal.
Yeah.
For the first of what turned out to be 2. 2 for us. Deadpool's card. Finally shown.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. Big deal. Tim, I know this is an Elite 8 showdown.
Yes.
But we might have to issue an apology. Sorry. We are so sorry. Please accept our apologies.
Did you not expect me to have that on there?
No, that's why I queued you up.
Oh.
Yeah. I forgot how much that shreds every week.
Yeah.
It just absolutely shreds. We have to apologize. We weren't even freaking close to what we thought Deadpool was going to be. Let's start with the fact that he's not the leader of X-Force.
Yes.
There is no affiliation for him, which only means, I guess, Cable?
So far, I mean, we haven't seen Domino's card.
Right. I'm wondering, was Domino was the leader at one point, right?
I don't know.
I say
I
that
don't know if
questioning.
she was.
Never
I
read
don't know.
a comic.
Dan would know.
I don't know, man. I'm not Dan.
Well, yeah,
that's
she
fair.
was the leader in the 1998 short limited release of X-Force number 271
Inked by Tony Parkinson and
and drawn by Joe Maggiera. And it was a limited
colored in
run.
by Terry Austin.
It only released in Hawaii and Alaska.
Terry Austin's a real one.
Oh, okay. So is Joe
That one.
Maggiera.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
I
So-
tease him, but he would absolutely know this. But
Yeah, for sure.
I had jokingly said before we came over here that the show was just going to be me in 3 chairs wearing wigs. It literally felt like I was just sitting in front of 2 Dans, and it was absolutely terrifying. But yeah, so he's not the leader of X-Force,
He's not.
yeah,
which I think is kind of interesting. I also kind of like the idea if he's only affiliated with X-Force, and then as a joke, they also put him on the unaffiliated list with Punisher. Like, because like realistically, they can do anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
that's the whole point.
absolutely.
I am
Now, here's the thing. Canonically,
yes.
he's been a part of almost all of these teams. I would be shocked if he also wasn't a part of A-Force at some point.
Right.
So
That's fair.
I could absolutely see them going one of 2 ways with that. Pretty much what you said before.
Yep.
Or he's on every list.
Yeah.
He's oh god.
He's on the Asgardians.
Yeah. Instead of just putting Rogue Agent on him,
Yeah.
they just put
They
him
just literally
individually on each person's
Well, actually,
affiliation.
but that makes it a little more powerful because that means he also helps you fill. If he's on the lists, then he also is able to use their cards.
Tactics cards.
Tactics
Can Rogue
cards.
Agents not use?
No, they only count towards getting the affiliation, but they can't
Oh.
use the affiliation tactics.
That's good to know.
cards.
I
Oh,
didn't know
wow.
that. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I thought that was the case, and I was like, why would you not bring Bucky? And
Right.
and then I learned why you don't bring Bucky.
Yes. Because Danny hates him.
Yes.
Becky. Oh God, it's gonna be great next week. I can't wait.
Check that out over at twitch.tv
It's gonna be so
/professional
good.
casual
I'm gonna be so
network.
pissed off.
Yeah. So someone on the Twitch at Dagna, I believe,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
redeemed some
Dagna.
channel points to
Yeah.
choose a player and one of the characters they had to play.
Mhm.
And once it came out that Bucky is just absolutely despised by Danny,
Yeah.
those channel points were redeemed very quickly.
Oh yeah,
That's-
without hesitation.
Is it
Yep.
because of just how dirty his hair looks?
No, I simply like maybe in the comics he's great, maybe in MCP he's great. I don't know. In
He's
the
not.
movies though, like he made Cap do a complete 180. Cap completely lost all of his affiliation with the rest of the Avengers. Like he was friends with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And you knew that Bucky killed his parents, but you were like, Bucky. And he's just got such a simp
Right.
bitch for Bucky.
Bucky never
Oh.
did anything wrong. This time, Tony, outside the time he killed your parents.
Right.
But like this time, I'm pretty certain he's okay.
But he was brainwashed. But
Yeah.
like still, it's okay. Which I get he was brainwashed. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't feel like it was Cap's right to hide that from Tony Stark and just completely like, all right, bye guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my greasy haired friend now, who's been MIA and whatever. Ugh.
There
I
is
just
The old
hate
Buzz
it.
Lightyear.
There is some
Yep.
MCU headcanon that says when Captain America initially tried to move Thor's hammer when they were all like digging around in Age of Ultron, he was still holding on to the information that Bucky had killed
Oh.
Tony Stark's parents, so he wasn't pure yet. And the reason he was able to do it in
Endgame.
Endgame
Mhm.
was because he had become
He
honest with
divulged
Tony.
that. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a heavy secret that you shouldn't keep from your friend.
Yeah.
And then it's just that whole scene where like Tony went crazy and was like really angry. I feel like he's portrayed in such a negative way. And it's like, no, he finally found out after all these years what really happened to his parents. You expect him not to be mad about it?
Yeah, and what
Give
you
me a
should do
break.
when your best friend or ex-best friend is experiencing that grief is beat him up Brooklyn style with your buddy.
Yeah. 2-on-1. Eiffel Tower makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Fiery, raging, mad. But I get to play Bucky next week on Monday. I'm real happy about it.
Mm.
It's going to be
I've
fun.
never actually seen any of the movies, so I have no idea what,
What?
you're talking about.
You're lying. I could go on, but
Yeah.
I digress.
But we can't.
But we can't.
if you
in the interest
had
of time.
maybe like, I would argue if you needed some energy to be able to go on, you would maybe want to use promo code Professional Casual over at Raise Energy. Check out our new sponsor.
Yeah.
Raise Energy Drinks. Check the description below.
Yep.
To click the link to follow over there. They've got some amazing energy drink flavors. Tim, you gave me the sour gummy.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I actually liked it, and I don't like sour gummies. I'm not a sour gummy guy. It's been well documented in other shows that I think they're gross.
Yep.
I drank it yesterday. I was like, this isn't bad. This is not
right.
bad.
You know what's actually something super excited about this? And I was going to save this for a different podcast that we do where I could extrapolate on this a lot more.
Sure.
I tried the strawberry culotta flavor.
Yes.
I drank half of it before workout.
Sure.
I was going to drink the other half afterwards. Forgot about it. Left it in the fridge overnight. Still fizzy the next day.
No way.
Yeah, uncovered.
That never happens.
No, it doesn't. I was
That's
like, this is
awesome.
going to be gross. I'm just going to down it quick. And I was like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not overly carbonated to begin with, which is
It's
like
not, which I
super
actually
exciting.
really like about it. It's
Same.
very lightly carbonated. I had the strawberry colada this morning. Strawberry daiquiri is essentially what it tasted like.
Yep.
It was really good. I can't drink it technically like on the floor at work, and I was really bummed because I kept having to like walk back into the office to drink it. But it was like, man, this is really good.
Yeah.
Dang.
And they have
And you get 15% off too by using that.
15% off your
Sweet.
order, which is a great deal. Professional Casual, all one word at checkout. And they also, guys, they have a Baja Lime, which I'm assuming is a Baja Blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, and I'm super hyped about it. That is hopefully going to be here tomorrow.
That's exciting.
I
I got to get some of those and take them into school.
Yeah.
My students love energy drinks.
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
It's a great pre-workout too. It
Yeah.
has, the BCAAs and
Ooh,
it's got-
love me
electrolytes and all
some
that stuff.
BCAAs.
Yep. No sugar,
No sugar.
which is great.
Okay.
Zero calories.
And it's not lying. I did not have a crash.
No.
Which I normally would from energy drinks. Even like shout out to not a sponsor because they're awful. Bang.
Soon to be a sponsor.
Well-
Slow your roll.
All right. My indifferent friend, my platonic friend, Bang. I crash sometimes depending on the flavor, but so far 2 out of 2.
Just kidding. He's attractive all the time.
Accurate.
God, he's cute.
He is.
He is adorable.
Oh,
He is adorable. Of course, we're talking about Bucky, but let's not talk about Bucky no mo.
No more.
haircut.
Let's talk about Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They revealed the card again. We were completely wrong about the no affiliation.
Yep.
Tim.
Yeah.
What would you like to complain about that you were so angry and upset about this character? Oh wait, that was me.
I was going to say.
I think the 3 threat is ridiculous.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think that there's a justification that because he's just got 4 hit points on the front qualifies him to be a 3 threat when you flip him and he's disgusting on the back.
Every other 4 health characters 2 threat. It's already a massive.
No.
Yeah.
He still should be a 4 threat.
I take 4 damage on average per attack.
You don't though.
Accurate. Not
Yeah.
accurate.
You don't. You rarely ever do. Statistically speaking, I literally have not done the statistics. It would take at least 2 actions to cap him once. Potentially. Unless you're playing against anybody who can roll slightly above average, then it's going to take 3 activations to cap him.
Yep.
If you got him every game that you have the opportunity to do that, you're going to cause him to flip. Plus he has healing factor 2, not healing factor 1. He's got, I guess the argument is that like bang and bang, 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 and bang, 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 bang,
Are
bang,
bad,
bang.
and who cares?
They're not bad. Just statistically, I guess you're not going to be able to roll it, but who cares about statistics here?
Not me.
It's also a 4 strength attack. Like, it's not good. It's a bad attack. That's considered bad.
No.
It doesn't go lower than that. There are not attacks weaker than 4 strength.
No. You're right. There's not. But, Bullseye is like the worst character ever, and he's a 4.
Bullseye's awesome.
Bullseye's not awesome.
Hit and run.
No, garbage.
When he doesn't do damage, he still does damage.
This is the internet. I love Bullseye, but
I love Bullseye. As someone who pretty much only plays things that are bad luck protection,
Yeah.
Heavy throws because I can't roll, so I'll just put that on you.
Yep.
Blowing things up with Mystique and Punisher because once again I can't roll, so I'll just do it automatically.
Mhm.
And reversals. I mean, that's
Yeah.
force bad.
I mean, whatever. But I don't know. I still think that he's too good for a 3. I think he should have just been a 4. I think there's too many 3-threat characters. Putting Deadpool at a 4 is not that crazy of an idea. For how good he's going to be, I feel it's a little bit of a power creep. And I'm sure everybody's going to disagree with me in the comments, and that's fine. I'm never...
Mostly me. I'm going to be very vocal in the comments about how I feel you're wrong about this.
That's fine. That's fine. And then you flip him over, and he still counts as holding as if he was healthy on objectives.
Oh.
Which is really good because the whole point of being injured is that you don't count as holding the objective in compared to if you were healthy or there's a healthy character there.
Yeah.
While I will agree, it is a very fun rule, and I hope he's the only one who gets it.
Yeah.
For a long time until they find somebody else. Sure. But at the same time, like I think people are going to underestimate that a lot. And Healing Factor 2 is pretty brutal. And doesn't he have like a reversal thing?
No.
Oh, it's okay. Or not a reversal, but
he does have a reroll.
A reroll. That's what it is.
I know karate.
Yes.
Which is awesome. This character may reroll 1 die in its attack and defense rolls.
Right. So you get the reroll, you got the Healing Factor 2. Like I think they underestimated just because he has 4 health on the front. I think people are underestimating his durability.
I think so too.
A lot. And I think a 4 threat would have been reasonable because I think he's an auto take at 3 every time. And I don't think characters should ever be auto takes every time.
I will concede a little bit in that I would also take this character at 4.
Right.
I do not think he is as bad as you're making him out to be.
I mean, so I'm envisioning after you've made me do the worst imaginable paint palette choice of me painting him like old school X-Men, so he's blue and yellow.
No, we're going
in front of me. No,
we're going X-Force gray and black.
We're not. I already know.
He's got it picked out already.
Yeah, I already got it picked out for you. Don't worry.
It's on the vision board.
But I can already see me struggling to get rid of him on his healthy side during a game where I'm going to have to at least spend 2 characters wasting my time on him.
Why though? See here's the thing is
because you roll average, despite your apparently this is a lady showdown now. Despite your nonsense of I can't do this and I can't do that, that's why I take this. You spike more than anybody else on the channel. I statistically have proven it time and time again by going back and crunching the numbers. You statistically, when you're not cheating, spike harder than anybody on the channel. Collectively, he is going to survive the first round of combat. If you can't get rid of him in the first round of combat and have him flipped, he is a murder machine.
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
No,
Why
won't.
would you even target him? He's not a huge threat on his healthy side. Him. And he counts as a healthy character on the injured side, so why bother?
Because
he's stronger on the other side.
I am controlled by bloodlust.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
100%. Also, he's still a pain in the dick. He's got chimichanga.
Which you can take off of him.
Maybe.
You're just going to need to be near him.
Maybe.
The interact is you literally take it off of whatever. So you're just playing grab ass with it. I'm pretty certain.
No.
If I'm reading that correctly, yeah. It doesn't need to be on the ground.
No, he has to drop it.
No, it says any character. So
I was under the impression he had to drop it for you to be able to pick it up.
I think that's how a lot of people took it at first, but reading the card, Deadpool may spend 1 to play this card, add a chimichanga objective token asset to the game. Deadpool is holding the token. At the end of the character's activation, if it is holding the chimichanga, it gains 1 power and removes 1 damage or special condition. Any character may use the following ability. Pick up the chimichanga token.
Right. Anybody, right. But you can't pick it up unless it's...
You are right. As I read that out loud,
yes,
I realized that I was joking.
Yes, 100%. Okay.
That sarcasm is thick.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah.
Old Timmer reading his joke books over here.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much like how I assume Domino had a ambush ability because I skipped the word them. And I was like, no, she's got one. I just read it. Hold on. Let me go find
Let me copy and paste it and prove myself wrong.
Yeah, thank you.
But so the other things he has a very basic physical attack stab, range 2, 5 strength. You gain power equal to the damage you deal.
Yeah.
Bang's the one that people have been talking about. It does have a long range. It is
Which is
range 4.
Which is pretty brutal.
For 4 strength, 0 cost, no abilities on the first attack. But if you roll a attack success, what are those actually called? I never know what to call them.
Attack success.
Oh, an attack success and a wild, you can attack again. And during that second attack, if you roll a wild, an attack success, and maybe it's just 2 attack successes and a wild, you get a third attack. Not overwhelming at 4 strength, but what's the one that lets you sacrifice your physical defense for?
No matter the cost.
No matter. Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that was the one that lets you take damage to reduce.
Maybe.
But whatever
one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something lethal, something angry, something.
Yeah.
And
So
Drax is on the front. That's all I can think of.
but if you do that and maybe smash or something like that, where you can destroy terrain to add it to all your attacks that turn,
right,
you could be potentially throwing like 7, 8 dice.
Yeah.
Which
Dang.
would
Well,
be
and it
cool.
also depends on what
Mhm.
affiliation you put him in,
Right.
too. Like people who give, like whose affiliation is you get to re-roll a die. You know what I mean? Like
Right, which you can already do too.
right.
Mhm.
So you can re-roll X amount of dice. Yes.
Or you
can
run them
easily-
with Thanos for Death's Decree or something like that.
100%. So like a lot of people are like, well, yeah, it's not good on paper. Well, sure, it's not good on paper till you start tinkering with it, till you get
Right.
under the hood and actually start playing with it. I think that he's undervalued at 4 or at 3. He needs to be 4.
So a lot of people call, and this used to make me really angry on the internet, people would call Deadpool Ninja Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter Parker Spider-Man is a 3 threat that costs 4.
Yeah.
So it makes all the sense in the world that Deadpool would be a 4 threat that costs 3.
Yeah, probably.
He also has unicorns, rainbows,
Oh my God.
and sugar plums dancing through my head, which I'm sure that there's going to be an FAQ about this particular ability, just the way it reads. But it says the character cannot be pushed or advanced by effects from mystic attacks or enemy superpowers. The way I read that is that means he cannot be thrown by a regular standard superpower. It has to be part of a physical attack.
That's
or
my
energy
that is
attack.
my
Yeah.
understanding how I
Same.
understand it.
So I think that's super rad.
Right. That is, and how much does that cost?
It's an innate.
Exactly.
Shit.
So,
Yeah.
no, he's undervalued
Yeah.
because now he's going to sit on an objective and now you need
you
to get rid of
can't
him,
push
which
him,
means
yeah.
now you have to address him because he's sitting on an objective, which brings me back to my whole damn point, Tim. Sorry, I thought we were at a Elite Showdown
Woo.
there for a minute. That's my
Yeah,
whole-
because that's 2 outbursts, and you only get 1 on Elite Showdown.
That's
So
true. But like that's my whole point. Like you put him on an objective, and then if you got to get rid of him, well, tough noogies, man.
Yep.
Like you're not getting rid of him anytime soon.
yeah, I don't know. I play a little bit different. If someone has a character that they're sitting on an objective like that, I just don't bother. Yeah, you can have that one. You lose
and
that
then
character, and
next
then
thing,
I'm going to do
and then
anything.
they're just
Right.
chipping points every time.
I mean, 1 point.
Yeah, well, that's how I beat you that one time.
That's how
So,
you really, yeah, fair, accurate. Which you didn't even like accept.
no, it still felt like a hollow victory. Let's talk about the other reveal today.
What about his other side, where some things change?
We already talked about it.
Did we talk about all right? Now it's serious.
Yes,
What'd you say about it?
that's the thing. That's the one that allows him to hold objectives, even though he's injured.
Shut up.
Okay.
I think it'll be really interesting to see the different ways that he can be utilized. Because like you were saying, Chuck, like with this game especially, once you start tinkering, like you view a character in their card one way, but once you start tinkering
Mhm.
and putting them in with other characters or different affiliations, like it'll be really interesting to see the different ways that he can be utilized.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 months. It's going to take 2 months and a TTS season
He'll
for
be the-
people to realize how broken he is.
He'll be the opposite of Wong, who everyone adored
Yes.
at first, and people are just like, eh.
Yeah, apparently he's D tier.
2 defenses, low health. I mean, you literally fart in his general direction and he's done.
Yeah, but if he gets into combat, you've already lost with him. It's like Toad. If you're in range to use his incinerate ability, you've already lost.
I don't think I've ever not used his incinerate ability when I've run him on the stream. But one last thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Maximum effort.
Yes.
His what duodenum poke turns into on his injured side.
Yes.
Range 2, strength 7, 4 power to use, but on a wild vanilla ability outside of this wild ability. After this attack, the wild ability is called Dance Party.
Yeah.
After this attack is resolved, this character may advance small. Mm-hmm. After this advance, each character within range 2 of this character suffers 1 damage. Mm-hmm. This character gains 1 power for each damage dealt this way. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So I can certainly see you not being a huge fan of that on a 3-threat character.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. So it's almost like you proved my point very often, like how I prove your point about things.
Also, I do see some counterplay with him too. I initially hated his Merc with a Mouth ability, which lets you spend 3 power to remove 2 power from an enemy within range 3. Mm-hmm. I thought that was super stupid at first. I was like, I'm never going to use that. The throw put on it is super low. But playing Dan last week in a heavy counterattack list, I was like, oh, making sure Enchantress doesn't have, or Magneto doesn't have power to be able to put on his helmet, so I have to attack his Mystic Defense, or making sure someone doesn't have stuff, so I put a counter on them, or someone that's already stunned. Mm-hmm. I can just weed off more of their stuff, so they're really screwed. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, great against Hulk. Actually, a lot, especially if you can put a stun on Hulk, because you can't poison him, but if you can weed off that extra power so he can't do anything, same with She-Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think the anticipation is that Cable is going to be pretty power hungry. Mm-hmm. Also great to counter the character that we don't know exactly what he does yet.
Right. And against web warriors, and specifically that are always power starved to begin with.
Yeah.
That, I mean, taking 1 energy off them is potentially brutal.
Yeah.
It could be game changing.
Yep.
He has no other ways to spend power too outside of his big boy attack. So.
Right. So he's just going to be sitting there packing in the points, you know?
Yeah.
But the glam shot was revealed of Domino. I like the model. I like the tactical surfing rock.
I do too.
Yeah. I like that they fully leaned into it, but we got the panel to play today for her. Some stuff was revealed. Some stuff I really liked. Some stuff I made up.
Her ambush attack?
Yes, her ambush attack. I swear, the way I read it was like, oh, cool. So it sounds like she will be able to jump to positions.
I mean, not unconfirmed.
Right. It's possible.
Yeah.
Just not at all what they meant from their thing. It just sounds like she has a normal strike attack with a pistol.
Yep.
And she's got grenades, which we haven't figured out what they do yet.
Yeah.
But she has a load of them.
They always seem to bounce right where she needs them to be.
Yes, where she needs them to be, not
where she needs to be.
Yeah, where she needs to be.
Do you think it has like a ricochet where you can target a character, it does something, and then you can target another character within that range?
My assumption would be on a wild.
Right, yeah.
Right. And then because she has, obviously because of her superpower is that she's lucky, she essentially can, from the sounds of it, can manipulate dice rolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a super big deal.
Spending 1 power per die to turn failures into crits.
That's incredible.
Well,
because of the way the order of operation works, I don't think it would generate an additional die.
Well, no. But it's 1 power per die.
Right.
Right. So
still.
Up to 5. I think it's up to 5, it said. Did it say up to 5? No? Okay. Most of the time they will cap it, but maybe not this time because it's her.
Also works on dodge dice too, which is not a common thing.
That is very not common, correct, as we found out from Dan cheating. So, but I like the idea of her. I think she's going to be really good. I think she's going to be a really fun, cagey character, but I hope that she's glass cannon. I hope that her defenses are reasonably low. I hope her health is reasonably low. I think you predicted a 4-5.
Yeah, I could see a 4-5, probably 3s across the board, or 3-3-2.
Yeah.
Even 3-2-2, though I don't anticipate. That's pretty rare for them to do that.
Low. That's like a Wong level low.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I could also see them making her have low defenses because her other innate superpower things tend to go my way, where you cannot re-roll dice against her.
Right. Which is super.
Wait, is that it?
No, they do not roll additional dice for their critical results.
Right.
Yeah.
But still pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, shutting, especially if you're going up against anybody with a reality gem.
Right.
You know, now you've just made them waste a point on her, which is pretty brutal. I like her. I think she's going to be really fun. I'm starting to really wonder where this X-Force is going to sit with everybody else. Because, like, granted, we haven't seen Cable yet, but Cable seems like he's going to be just an absolute brute. And then we have the murder machine, can't get rid of him, Deadpool. And then we have Domino, who seems like she's going to probably just be a glass cannon.
Or a super defensive.
Right. Or the opposite, super defensive. Maybe she will be super defensive. I don't know. But the way they're making it sound, like, that lucky shot seems pretty dope.
And another piece of that, I don't know if you guys touched on this, her target with that lucky shot, they don't gain power from the damage that they take.
And it stuns.
So there's that. And then if you have Deadpool, who can also steal their power, like, you can mess a team up.
Yeah.
With those two characters alone.
You can shut down Asgard real quick.
Yeah.
That's actually really super fitting for them, for that affiliation. That they have a bunch of stuff to get behind enemy lines and not be targeted. Yep. They're going to be playing with your power dynamic, which is something for the most part has not really been in here so far. Outside of a very small handful of characters, I think MODOK, Red Skull, Vision, and Enchantress have sap. Difficult to actually get power off of other characters.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. It's very wet worksy, sneaking in, making sure that they can't do anything in response. I think it's super cool.
I think it's a really interesting combination. I'm very interested to see if the X-Force affiliation will end up also being some type of power manipulation in the process.
Well, we know what the ability is.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it's you re-roll one dice on attack rolls.
Oh my god, it's so brutal. Okay.
So if they do have two leaders, if Domino's the other one, because that's Cable's leadership ability, the one that allows you to roll one attack roll, I could see hers being the opposite and just allowing you to re-roll one defense roll or dodge roll.
Yeah.
It's very possible. So I'm also very interested to see when that card comes out, who gets added to it. Because right now it's a 3-character affiliation with the characters that are out, except for Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they could throw literally anyone on the Brotherhood or the X-Men in there probably as well.
Probably.
I could certainly see Sabretooth being put on that list. I could see Cyclops absolutely being put on that list. So he's led it a couple times. So I would assume this is a little murder squad.
I don't like it.
I could see a trickster style ability that allows her to fly away on a little car door that's being blown up by a grenade to get out of, to move short to get out of a line of sight or ability range.
I had said in the group chat, I'd kind of like to see a hop ability, which allows her to move. But if anybody's within range 1 of her, before she moves, they all take a point of damage and then she bounces out. Yeah. Make it like 3 energy or something like that.
Similar to Dance Party, where a move and then damage done to everyone around it. Damage happening first, and then you're moving small away. Right. That would be super cool.
And I want it to be a ranged move because she essentially is blasting out and up over people.
Yeah.
That people, like, she could get over Angela. She could get over terrain, right? Things like that. Because if it's a movement template, like a medium, large, or whatever, she can't move over terrain. It automatically reduces it back down to small, from my understanding.
Oh.
Versus a ranged, you just move 2 from where your location is, and you're no longer penalized by, like, if Angela's in the way, because Angela's ribbons and Medusa's hair stop you from being able to put a movement template over, but not range templates. That's how Spider-Man and Toad get around it. Because both of theirs are based on you move this character within range 2 of its original space.
I don't think you're far off either, because the way that this reads with things tend to go my way, explosions throwing her clear of attacks, turning a sure shot into a near miss, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I could very well see that
Yeah.
you know, Mystique goes to blow something up and Domino's like, nope, see ya.
Yeah.
And then just, phew.
Yeah, 100%. I think it would be really, really kind of cool to do. Before we get into the question.
Oh, what do you think her threat's going to be?
I mean, she'll probably be a 4 threat because Deadpool's a 3.
Right.
I would like her to be a 3, and they're not going to give that to me because they don't like me because I talk shit about them on Instagram by telling them that they should make Galactus Ultimate Encounter kits. But and that I have some really great collab ideas that we could do together, and they just ignore me. So
I do assume she'll probably be a 4.
Yeah.
Though I would not be shocked at a 3.
No, I don't like the idea that there's so many low threat characters kind of out right now.
I like it.
I mean, yes, but there are so many 3s. And the argument is always, well, there's so many 3s, there's really no point in taking a 4 because there are characters at 4, or there's characters at 3 that can do what a 4 can do, right? You've literally made that argument 100 times.
Yeah.
I'd like to start seeing more unique characters that stand out and do the thing that they do, but put them at a 4, so it makes it worth taking 4 threat characters.
Yeah.
4s are absolute. I would find it very hard to find any 4 that is 30% better than any 3.
Fair argument. Fair.
Because that's what they cost. So, you know.
Yeah.
And because it's difficult, it's pretty rare to get defenses over 3s across the board. It happens here and there, but they normally cost, you pay for it.
Yeah.
Right. Tim, are you hungry right now?
Yes.
Have you ever had a Built Bar?
I had a Built Bar on the way over.
Did you? Well,
Yeah.
if you folks are listening or watching at home, head over to BuiltBar.com and use promo code Professional Casual at checkout. You can get 10% off, including, that's in addition to any deals going on there. Listen, we are huge Built Bar fans here at the Professional
we are.
Casual Network. They have been one of our sponsors since the beginning. They make supplement bars that taste so good.
Yeah.
They are so ridiculously good. I just had a coconut one. It tastes like a Mounds bar, and it was amazing.
Yes.
I had 2 full-size Built Bars and a Built Bar bite today. Cookies and cream.
Nice.
Damn.
The
Get that
brownie.
protein, bro.
The brownie coconut chunk one.
Yeah. Oh my God, that one's so good
Oh,
now.
yo, you
Yeah.
brought me one of those. I need to eat that.
Yeah.
Because Dan won't eat it because that's coconut.
And a toffee almond.
Nice.
I love their bites too because like I typically will eat half a Built Bar and then put it back in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then I forget about it. And Dan's like, are you ever going to eat this Built Bar? I'm like, get off my back, Dad. Leave me alone. But I like having the bites because then it's like
The bite.
just enough.
The bite used to be my favorite 3 o'clock snack.
Yeah.
To just
It's
get
perfect
me to
for a
dinner.
snack.
Yeah.
So like if I have a late lunch or I'm hungry early or whatever, eating a yogurt and a Built Bite is like perfect. It's not, you're not overdoing it. It's just enough to throw on there so you feel like you're eating something closer to a meal. They're solid.
I would
But
argue.
yeah, all I've eaten today are Built Bars and fiber squares. So forgot to pack a lunch.
That's
Didn't
fair.
get home and
Yeah.
dinner wasn't ready and I had to get over here to record. So that's just sending it, you know?
Make sure you have your poop knife ready.
Right.
All that protein and fiber.
That's what the fiber's for.
That's totally fair.
It's like how
Absolutely fair.
on the 1,000-Pound Sisters, if you have like a slice of cake, you can cancel it out with a Diet Coke.
Right.
You can
100%.
cancel out.
It's been my theory my entire life.
Because
Right.
you're having 2 things, but for the price of one with the calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So if I have a protein thing, if I have a fiber thing too, it means they cancel each other out.
Sure.
All right.
Smooth poops.
Yes.
If I were that idea, say, going to go ahead and put that on like a ranked tier system, I'd put that at a solid B. And then I'd post it on the internet and see how we could trigger people. That brings me to my question of the week, guys.
I'm excited.
Of course, shout out to hopefully our friend soon across the Bifrost for triggering me real hard this week with a tier system. Now, mind you, this is not us shitting on across the Bifrost. I absolutely love their podcast and their blogs. It's really good stuff. I'm a big fan of all the content creators across like House Party Protocol.
House Party Protocol.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
0 Point is also really, really good. They're kind of like us. They just kind of sit and talk.
Oh.
Is really good. and Omnis Protocol. I like Omnis Protocol for more like stealing his lists mainly, and then never using them. And I like House Party Protocol because they kind of go over stuff. Also, Fury's Finest. That's where I pretty much learned all of my lore stuff.
Oh,
because they essentially take a character, they talk about the lore of them, and then they talk about the character himself.
Okay, that's cool.
They deep dive. Yeah, I don't have to read. It's great. It's like I learned about characters I don't have to read. But they have been across the Bifrost has been releasing tiered lists for every affiliation, tier ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And he released the Defenders tier, and I don't think I've ever really been angry in a Walmart before like I have.
I only have one state in a Walmart, and normally it's angry. So
Right.
Like usually genuinely like I'm irritated, like an irritated level.
Yeah.
This
But
is
I've
like an
never told an
irrational-
old lady to quote, get the fuck out of my way.
Why would you talk to your mom like that?
Listen,
if she did to Daredevil what they did,
yeah, exactly. I was real mad. But my question is, does ranking characters hurt the game as a whole? Is it this kind of thinking limiting the ideas as a whole and causing people to overlook potential low-ranked characters or models because people assume that they're just bad? Now, I did read the article and they did a really good job of explaining why. I also think it's kind of not a great idea to build an affiliation around one thing that the affiliation is really good at. It's so easy, low-hanging fruit to just be like, it's Defenders. You got to use portals every time. I don't think we've ever used portals playing Defenders ever.
no, but we don't read cards or know how they work.
Right,
So that's
100%.
a huge part of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 100% fair.
Yes.
But what do you guys think? Do you think ranked tiered things, while it is great for content and we should probably do it?
We're doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think it hurts the idea of list building, even from a casual standpoint?
So I don't think it affects casual play. Mainly because casual play doesn't necessarily care about it at all.
Right.
In the context of that particular article,
Yeah.
I thought that tier list was very accurate for what was being described. And
Sure.
playing that particular strategy,
Yeah.
those characters, I feel, do in fact rank in that order.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, do I think that those are accurate depictations? Depictations?
Yes.
Depictions?
Depictions. Oh, there we
No,
go.
it was definitely dictations for sure.
Check our OnlyFans for some more of Tim's dick pictation.
There will never be any unsolicited depictions on the network. But listen, if you want to pay for them, they're there. That said, in the context of that article, I felt it was fine and valid and actually very accurate. Overall, much like Throwlash and probably a couple other people that play in our particular group, if someone ranks something an F or a D, I'm like, I'm going to play that character now.
Right.
I need to make them good because the internet thinks they're bad. And I think
Right.
we've had that conversation a whole bunch. I'm running Bullseye and Crossbones every time because the internet doesn't like them.
Yeah, and then you never do, but
I ran Bullseye. I can't do it all every time.
you could.
It's true.
You could.
If Dan would let us run one more threat, I could have. But
Sure.
it's like, no, I made my list and I'm not going to change it.
I already took the picture.
Yeah.
Again, it's like two Dans in here. It's really
Right. So, yeah. Overall, though, yeah, I do think it's not a stellar thing for the community, for sure.
Yeah.
right.
I think as a new player, which I am, I've played 2 games so far, so I think that constitutes being a new player.
No, but go ahead.
I would look to those lists to see like what other people think, but I don't think that I would necessarily feel the need to only take the top ranked characters. Like I much more, and again, we're casual players. If I'm going into like a tournament or some kind of like crazy competitive thing, then maybe that would help inform my decisions a little bit. But ultimately, like last time I played against you, Tim, I was like, I just want to play like an entertaining game for the people at Twitch. And like, as long as we're having fun, I really don't care if I win or lose.
Right.
It doesn't really matter, which is huge for me. And I also think that I would be more apt to take those characters who are ranked lower. Like maybe take like one top tier ranked character and then take the rest from the bottom just to see what they can do.
Yeah, and I feel more people should build teams. Like we built teams for that game, which was completely based off of whether we would fuck them or not.
Yep.
You're absolutely correct. I also think that Marvel Crisis Protocol in general is the exception to most of the tabletop wargaming rule.
For sure.
In that everything has a purpose, right? There are no real bad characters. It just depends on what you want to do with them, which is not the case for some things. There are just some situations like, in other games like Warhammer, where there's just bad units.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the models might look cool and stuff like that, but there's like, you cannot justify using this character.
It's not even fun to play with a bad unit,
Right.
It's not fun for anybody.
Right.
It's not fun for anybody. But I mean, like Tim and I constantly every discussion that comes up, Bullseye has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
If you I know you use him for chip damage. I've also argued the argument that he's great for chip damage. I would say you get some power on him, run him up, grab an extract objective, put it on him, and parting shot your way from everybody.
Yes.
From literally everybody. That's his job.
One of the things I value highest in characters in this game are charges and hit and run.
Yeah.
Getting free actions. You don't need a time gem when you have charge. It's a free action.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I just.
And I think that just goes again, if you just want to build a quick list, whatever, then yes, look at a ranking system. But if you really want to be able to run, I feel like there's so much more satisfaction with really knowing who you've taken and what they can do, and knowing well, I can do this because it is a free ability, and just knowing those intricacies of the cards, it just makes for a much more fulfilling game than just
sure.
I just totally fucked that guy over and I took a top tier list. Okay, cool, but did you totally utilize all of your people in all of the ways they could have been used?
Right.
100%. I would also just agree because I forgot my point.
Yeah.
I think in that one very particular instance too, Daredevil was ranked very low in that particular Avengers or Defenders affiliation.
Yeah.
But we know in Web Warriors, Daredevil's
S tier,
Mm-hmm.
arguably
a beast.
Yeah.
So that's why I think in the context of that particular article and that tier system, I think that's super valid.
Sure. And again, he was basing this all off using portals.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Daredevil doesn't need portals. Daredevil is very, very fast.
And it wasn't that he was bad. It's just that, Wolverine is also part of this affiliation,
Right.
and he does the specific thing that you would need that role to do better. And he does. He has a charge.
Yeah.
He has Berserker Barrage, and he can deal a ton of damage very quickly.
Right. And he can...
Daredevil needs a little bit more setup.
Right. And he does... so I believe the article said that you do portals, send him through, no matter the cost...
Yep.
On him, which allows him to take the damage
to Berserker Barrage,
and then you just murder face some people,
and you heal off most of the damage you just did to yourself.
Right,
you're a near fresh character, and you've already dazed somebody.
Right, and now you've completely just thrown your opponent off because now you have Wolverine in your deployment zone,
right?
Yeah.
Which is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
So I totally understand the article. I was just so unbelievably offended.
It was a little clickbaity.
Yes.
In that, because you could see in the comments, everything was like, what?
Yeah.
Daredevil's not D?
Yeah, right. He got...
You need to explain this right now. And he's like,
Yes.
it's in the article. There's literally an article that this links to.
Right.
Where I explain exactly that.
I will have to call myself out as somebody who loves calling people out who get overworked by wrestling storylines. You got worked, bro. I 100% got worked.
Yeah.
It was difficult to be in that group chat with you, Taylor, and Dan, all flipping out about this. Like, guys, it's literally labeled. How could he say this? What does he mean? No, he literally explained what he means.
Yeah.
It's right here.
I also didn't read the article and right off the bat. And then when everybody was like, no, go read the article. It's actually super clear. And I went and read it. I was like, all right, I'm still not happy about this.
Right.
Right.
But I understand where he was coming from.
Yeah.
But again, I also think if you're building a list, and again, Cross the Bifrost is much more competitive than we are.
Yeah.
They're going to build the competitive list.
Yeah.
and as I was told, silent majority or silent minority. No, loud minority, silent majority. The loud minority of groups, which is the competitive players, dictate everything. That's why we're never going to get a Galactus kit that is just an Ultimate Encounters. Yes.
I think MCP's in a really unique spot.
Yes.
It's lived almost its entire life cycle in a pandemic, which means the majority of people playing it are playing it on Tabletop Simulator.
100%.
And that has a very different vibe than your local game store.
100%.
Playing with your friends.
Because 100%, the only people, for the most part, that are playing on Tabletop Simulator are the competitive people who are in the TTS.
I wouldn't say the only people, because that's the only way a lot of people can play it.
Yeah.
Sure. But for the most part, if you are playing on it, you are also trying to get in as many reps as possible. And TTS leagues are very easy to join.
Yes.
Is my point.
Yep.
So, yes, and the people who go to TTS leagues are competitive people who want to play their competitive lists. So I think it just kind of converts itself into being the competitive area. Right?
Which is such an odd thing, especially since it seems really like AMG has very much wanted this to not be a super competitive game that unfortunately they exist in COVID.
Right.
And it is the only thing that you can do.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
And also, but again,
network, and you can just fucking send it out and play unaffiliated stupid lists
Play
all the time
whatever you
because it's fun.
It's so much fun.
it is very, like, I would feel dirty playing an unaffiliated list, but there is like a list that I want to run.
Yeah.
Like when the opportunity comes, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
When we kidnap you.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yep.
Please.
We're going to live stream it too.
Hot. And I'm into it. Check our OnlyFans. Anything else that you guys want to talk about before we sign off here?
So this next week on the Power Phase, we're going to run a crisis encounter.
Yes.
Dani and I are going to be teaming up against Taylor, Throwlash Gaming, playing Ultron at whatever the difficulty above normal is.
I believe it's normal +1.
I mean, that's what we've been calling it.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
Again, I don't read, so I have no idea.
+1 hard.
Yes.
Yes. Which should be very interesting. Taylor is terrifying when he's left by himself. I'm
excited.
He hurts not only himself, but others most of the time. And there's a reason why he's throw lashing, if you will.
Yes.
So
if I'm going to get a throw lashing by anybody, though, it would be Taylor. And it would be at Dani's side.
That's true.
So
100%. I get that.
God, he's cute.
He is. But do you have any machinations? I know we talked about this earlier and you told me no, and I also don't have any, but do you have any leanings at all besides Becky? Which you might go?
I gotta take Bucky.
Bucky.
I want to run an affiliation that I haven't yet, which is not really saying a ton because I haven't run many.
Have you played Avengers yet?
No.
So, I mean, if you're going to use Bucky,
might as well do Avengers.
To optimize his ability, you want to at least bring Cap with him because he has a couple of tactics cards that they play off each other pretty well.
Do they?
Yeah, they have like Together Forever, Best Friends, or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. Let's beat up this.
Touch the tips.
Yeah. You killed this guy's dad. Now let's beat him up together.
Yes.
I think it's called.
You know what's funny is like that's one of my favorite fight scenes in any.
It is an awesome
It's super well done. It's really well done.
If you're on Team Iron Man, which was the correct pragmatic side, wanted everyone to be safe.
Sure.
And responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time Iron Man wanted to put a shield around the world from intergalactic threats?
Yep.
It was then. And then Captain America was like, I'll be there. I'm Captain America.
I'm America's ass.
Unless Bucky's there. But
Becky.
There's whales.
So, I mean, I could totally do that.
Right.
I was thinking that. I don't know. I haven't run Asgard.
Didn't you? Oh,
no,
you read
I ran
Angela in
Guardians. Yeah. Because I really want to use Valkyrie. And again, I have no idea any of these characters and what they do. I'm just going based on who I would like to play with.
Asgard would be a good one, honestly, against Ultron. Charges are really solid, so we can both put damage on Ultron and control those 4 squares.
And durability, which is what you need for the Ultimate Encounters.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'll go with Asgard. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
Bunch of charges.
Cool.
Baron Zemo, probably.
All right.
I don't think Ultron can bleed, so he's probably super useless. But
Nice.
yeah, so maybe Killmonger, Baron Zemo. Who else has a charge?
Killmonger.
Oh yeah, Killmonger. I can throw him in that.
Yeah.
What about Killmonger, though?
So the thing with Killmonger is that I think Ultron has some pretty good energy resistance, and Killmonger's strike is energy. So I would probably go Killmonger instead for his
Gotcha.
Black Ops attack, which is
Right.
physical.
And when in doubt, you've always got Killmonger.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Boom.
And Ultron would be the highest threat character on the other team, so usurp the throne and
Yep.
stuff like that would all work against him. Probably not, because I don't think he ever dazes, but yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Charges.
When in doubt, Killmonger.
Charges and hit and run. That'll
Yeah.
be what I'll be running. Unaffiliated.
I don't know what my tactic's going to be because normally I just do like, all right, what's going to make Tim uncomfortable? And then I just do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make
The trick is to compliment him the entire time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll set me right off.
Yeah.
But now I have to make Taylor uncomfortable. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Usually talking about his nipples seem to work.
That's true.
Yeah. Not when it's other guys, but when it's a woman,
Right.
it really gets in his head.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
That's funny.
I have no idea why.
Be like, hey, I was talking to your wife about your nipple.
She says it's got those little pieces of fat in there, like a big salami.
Right? I'll just bring like 5 cakes, and after each round, I'll just go sit on one to throw them off.
I mean, Dagenham will throw so many more gifted subs for that, I'm sure. Anyway,
That channel's going to get weird.
yeah.
Straight up weird.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
No?
All
Good
set.
time.
Well, true believers, thank you for joining us once again this week. I have been Chuck for Tim and Danny. We are the Professional Casual Network. Presents. Wait, did I roll a wild? And Marvel Crisis Protocol, the blog.
What was the term
Poblog.
you used earlier? Was it Poblog?
Poblog. Poblog.
Poblog.
Poblog. Yeah,
Poblog.
PV log.
Povlog. Podlog?
Ooh, I like Podlog a little bit.
Podlog.
It's getting really hard.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm
she
not going
said.
to lie. I kept tapping out there a couple times. So. Hey, have you thought about using Killmonger, though?
Oh, you know what? I hadn't actually.
I don't know. Fuck that guy. Just use Killmonger.
Yeah, it's just,
You both bring up valid points.